Major diplomatic development that has emerged, with reports indicating that a peace deal has been sealed to end a 106-day conflict and is expected to be formally signed in Switzerland on June 19th. The agreement is being described as a significant breakthrough aimed at bringing an end to prolonged hostilities, with the signing ceremony set to take place in Switzerland. Further details on the terms of the deal are awaited as global attention now turns to the upcoming signing. This is the latest that we are in fact getting for you. Remember that earlier they had tried to sign this peace deal and they had said that they want to call it the Islamabad talks. However, now we're learning that the peace deal is likely to be signed in Geneva in Switzerland on June 19th, which is Friday. So we have 5 days of negotiations waiting on. Now remember that US Vice President J.D. Vance has said that he will be there. However, we are not yet sure of the participation of the US President Donald Trump. Let me go across to my colleague Aditya Vadhavan, who joins us for more on this. Aditya, we are looking at a peace deal, MOU, whatever US and Tehran might want to call it, but they are likely to sign it on Friday. That's one thing that they agree on.
Well, absolutely, definitely, if you see, indeed, this morning also we saw how, this Iran, in the morning only, US President Donald Trump has, announced that now the US naval blockade will be removed from the Strait of Hormuz, and it's a welcome step, so definitely, if you see, at this juncture, all eyes there have been several reactions coming in from the world leaders, be it from the foreign ministers of, New Zealand, and definitely everybody is welcoming this step, be it British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and definitely now it needs to be seen. However, only Israel is, it has criticized this peace deal, saying that it does not take into view the security concerns of Israel. So definitely now at this juncture, the oil and gas markets are expected to return to normalcy, and definitely we could expect a major breakthrough regarding this. Shivani.
Aditya, I'll request you to please stay on with us. We are tracking some more developments from the region following a ceasefire agreement. Residents have begun returning to their homes in the Nabatea region of southern Lebanon, marking a gradual return to normalcy in the affected areas. The development comes as calm is being restored after recent hostilities, with people moving back to assess damage and resume daily life. So Aditya, even though, like you mentioned, Israel does not seem to be happy with the conditions of the MOU, which includes cessation of, in fact, hostilities in Lebanon, we are seeing that the residents seek to return to their homes. Because Israel had earlier sought an evacuation of the area since they were going to attack, Hezbollah, outputs over there.
Absolutely, Shivani. Sometime back, we just broke the video. Where a video is circulating on the social media that following the ceasefire agreement, residents of the Nabati region in southern Lebanon, people have started now returning to their home, and we can, in the video also, we can see the quiet roads that are there on the streets of this Nabati region in southern Lebanon. Vehicles are plying, which gives us a sense that the people have now are being safely able to return back to their home, and definitely now, indeed, from here on, it needs to be seen whether any further escalation from the in the Middle East happens, whether Hezbollah again attacks Israel, and then the Israeli Defense Forces, retaliate in a decisive manner. So definitely this needs to be seen where how things unfold in this scenario. Shivani.
Absolutely, Aditya. And when we are looking at, these agreements, the sticking point seems to be the cessation of hostilities, and reports are also saying that Israel is unhappy with this because they want to make sure that their operations continue in southern Lebanon in order to, eliminate completely the threat of Hezbollah.
The Israeli Defense Forces have already declared their extended buffer zones in southern Lebanon. And, there have been reports also, Shivani, that some of the illegal Israeli settlers have also, entered into the house of people living in southern Lebanon. There have been several reports that have been going viral on the social media and also coming from the established sources. But, at this juncture, Shivani, still it is a task that will this peace prevail in the Middle East, or it is just a recoil effect that Trump has announced that Strait of Hormuz, that all the U.S. naval blockade has been, lifted from the Strait of Hormuz. And meanwhile, some of the, some of the U.S. officials from the Obama government, have said that this was a reckless, Iran war was a reckless war, just, some money. This is a waste of money. So definitely now it needs to be seen whether any significant development takes place or not. This needs to be seen. Shivani.
Absolutely, Aditya. And obviously we are seeing a lot of, rejoice in the regional nations over there in Qatar. We are seeing all of them, UAE, all of them have given out statements. Even for countries from the European Union, we have in fact France coming out, we have Japan as well coming out, and New Zealand, who all are in fact appreciating that this agreement has reached. The Strait of Hormuz obviously is going to see a lifting of the blockade as well, which has got in a lot of relief for countries across the globe.
Specifically, if you talk about Shivani, the countries in the Middle East, as you mentioned, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, these countries will be closely now watching the developments. What happens next? Whether this peace will permanently prevail, or again we could see a minor escalation in the region, because now the region has become a very, very region which needs to be seen, which is a concerning region, because in this war we have seen how the oil and gas fields were attacked, and how Iran has targeted almost all the Gulf nations during this war by attacking their gas and oil fields. So clearly at this juncture, still also, let us just put this into perspective, that still the U.S. forces base exists in several of these Middle East nations, if we talk about Qatar, Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. So definitely now it needs to be seen whether there could be a everlasting peace in the region, or we are seeing another round of minor hostilities in the region.
All right. Thank you so much, Aditya, for all those details. But we are obviously looking at a memorandum of understanding that seems to have been reached between Washington and Tehran. And now remember that Lebanon seems to still be a sticking point between both these nations, and also Israel, which is in fact, as per reports, stating that they will not agree to a cessation of hostilities in southern Lebanon, because they seek to continue their military operations in the region in order to safeguard their own sovereignty. So, however, we are looking at reactions from residents in southern Lebanon who are in fact returning home to make sure that they can assess the damage to their homes and also return to normal daily life, which has obviously been disrupted ever since this war started on February 28, 2026. Remember that this is a 100-day hostility that we are still seeing over there.